Good evening. I'm Clarice Tinsley.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. The 17-year-old Wolf City football player's coach said they practiced without pads, took breaks, went inside and outside, and of course had plenty of water. And he seemed fine through most of the practice until suddenly he wasn't. First on Fox 4, Deanna Zoga is at Children's Medical Center, where the teenager is in the ICU. Deanna.
Well, Steve, you know, those coaches just described this as an absolute nightmare, seeing one of their players collapse right after stepping off the football field. This is happening in their first week of practice with the Wolf City Wolves.
I was never prepared to ever get a call like that.
The call telling Mason Gonzalez's mom that the 17-year-old collapsed right after the end of football practice Thursday morning and was on his way to the hospital.
I was complete panic.
The panic later gave way to relief as Mason stabilized enough to see visitors, which included all 6 of his coaches from Wolf City.
And when you're around those kids every day and you see one that goes through that, it's a very emotional situation. It was the hardest moment I've had in 15 years of coaching.
Head football coach and athletic director M.K. Hamilton says the school already takes precautions in the heat, limiting practice to once a day in the mornings, scheduling regular breaks, and keeping the total workout time at under 3 hours.
That first week we go without pads and we build up. And so we start slow and get them to where they need to be.
But this August may be especially tough for young athletes starting their workouts.
It's the first week we've had really super 100-degree temperatures over the summer. It's been relatively mild so far, and so it takes some time to acclimate to those temperatures.
Dr. Alexander Eastman says to watch for anyone trying to do too much too soon.
Mason's a tough, hard-nosed kid.
Mason is a 260-pound offensive tackle and was, by all accounts, in good health.
Our biggest thing right now is we want to see Mason walk through the door, and so when that happens, that's when everybody will be relieved.
And Mason is here at Children's Medical Center fighting hard to get better. His mom says that he is now responsive. He's able to move his eyes. He's able to acknowledge his visitors, but he's not yet able to talk. Still remaining in intensive care here trying to recover. Not clear yet, Steve, when he'll be out of the hospital. Back to you.
Okay, Deanna, you talked to the head coach. He seemed fairly shaken. I'm sure they're all nervous. They going to do anything different in the next few practices?
Yeah, you know, you heard the coach mention that they already practice in the morning. They meet up at 7 o'clock in the morning, try to get those workouts in, that practice in before the hottest hours of the day. He says the school is following the UIL's preseason football practice limitations. There's a 4-day period that's required in which schools let the players work out without pads or helmets, get them used to that heat. Coach Hamilton says he will talk to the other players and reinforce with them some key points. He wants to talk to them about the signs that they are in trouble so that they can speak out, Steve, and those kids can take an additional break if need be. And that is something that they are looking at doing, looking ahead to those future practices. Back to you.
Okay. Still pretty scary. All right, Deanna's over. Thanks.